Hey, this is Mike Acosta, and welcome to another quick tutorial video. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to simply build a sample set in the Roland Fantom-G. First, let's import some samples from our computer using the Fantom-G's USB storage mode. Press the menu button, then select USB storage. I'll press F1 since I'm using the internal memory, and now press F8 to select. As we can see here, the Fantom-G mounts to my Mac's desktop as an external storage device. Double-click to open it up. Now let's double-click to open up the import folder. Now let's drag a couple of samples I have here on my desktop into this import folder. Once the samples are done copying over, we can properly eject the Fantom-G from the computer by right-clicking on the Fantom-G icon and selecting Eject. On the Fantom-G, you should also press the F8 button to exit the storage mode. The Fantom-G can import WAV or AIF files that are 16-bit with a 44.1 sample rate. Now the first thing we need to do is import our audio samples that we just placed in the import folder from our computer into the project we are working on. Press Menu, then select Import Audio. Press F8 to select, and then press F1 for internal memory. Here you should see all the samples you dragged over from your computer in the list. Use the F4 Mark button to place a check on the samples you want to import, or press F5 to mark all samples. Now with your samples selected, press the F8 button. You'll now see you're in the sample list screen. Scroll towards the bottom of the list to see your newly imported samples. You can even preview the samples by pressing F7 Preview. Now let's put the Fantom-G in single mode. Then switch from Patch to Sample under the Type section. You should now see User Sample Set 001 Vocal Samples. Keep in mind, a sample set can only contain 16 single samples, which are mapped from B3 to D5. Now press F7 Patch Edit. Press F4 Utility menu. Now press F8 to select Sample Set Initialize. When asked, "Are you sure?" press F7 for OK. This will initialize the current sample set and make it real easy to assign your own samples and save it. Now let's start assigning the samples we placed in the import folder. Press the B3 key on your keyboard. You'll notice at the top right corner of the screen under Current Tone, the Fantom-G displays the current note and note number of the key you just pressed. Use the cursor button to navigate down to Sample Number. Use the value wheel by turning it clockwise to select your first sample, which will be assigned to note B3. Once your sample is selected, you can now trigger or play it with the key B3. Now press the key C4 on your keyboard and follow the same instructions as before for assigning your sample. Once you have assigned all your samples, it's now time to save the new sample set. Press the right button. Select the box that displays Patch Rhythm Sample Set. Press F8 to select. Now you'll see the sample set name screen. Here is where you'll give your sample set a name. Once you've named your sample set, press F8 for OK. Next, you'll see the Write Destination window. Here you will choose which user location number you will save your sample set to. Once you've made your selection, press F8 to write it. Press the single button once again, and you should now see your newly made sample set in the display. For more information, please visit RolandUS.com for downloadable manuals, support documents, and the latest software drivers. Thanks for watching.